Why do you think Ludacris isn't respected as a top tier lyricist?
I think it has a lot to do with
In the world of hip hop, where chart success can overshadow skill, one artist built a legacy on charisma, controversy, and bars that move faster than most can comprehend. Multi-platinum albums, chart-topping singles, a larger-than-life persona that made the world laugh, but kept critics questioning. Was he just an entertainer, or was he something more? Because behind the animated delivery was a pen that never got its full credit. So the question remains, was Ludacris overlooked as a lyricist? Or was the image too loud for people to hear the skill? This is Rap in Order. Dun dun.
Order in the court.
Welcome to another episode of Rap in Order. I'm First Class Regg.
And I am Taurian B.
We are back. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Good week. We got. Where you want to start? You want to start with the new music? You want to start with R&B niggas? What do you want to
I can start with shout out to Jamesy on his party. Say Less. Turning 1 year old. You know. Went there last night at this recording. It's probably a week ago. But great time, great vibes, packed out.
Yes, congratulations to Jamesy and the Say Less team.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I was unable to make it because on Saturdays I work overnight, but I was there in spirit.
Yeah, it was a good time, and I don't pop out nearly as much as I used to back in the day. So you gotta make it worth your while. So I'm glad I knew it would be a good time. It was celebratory, so
Okay,
it was a good time. Yeah, we can kick it off from what we got next here.
let's just all right. So the Kanye Bully album, did you give it like one little run through?
Yeah, I did. I listened to it a couple of times because it's actually not that long of an album.
Yeah, it's
like 40-some minutes.
All right, so here's my take on like my first couple. I listened to it about 4 times all the way through, and like each time I didn't skip anything, like none of that. This I was talking to LaShawn about this. This is an album that's impressive to me because an artist at this point typically doesn't make a listenable album anymore. It's like a rarity. So like if you think about it, an artist that came out in 2004, putting out an album in 2006, most of those artists that came out in 2004 don't put out listenable albums. So that's impressive in itself, right? But my critique is just that like these sound like not fully thought out songs that Kanye was working on. And it's confusing because I'm like, yo, Kanye was talking about this album for a very long time, but it feels like a lot of the songs are like kind of like half-baked, but it's still good because it's Kanye. And then I remember there was rumors that like a lot of the album was written or made through AI, but like Kanye went back and re-recorded them himself and did things on his own.
Yeah.
And I think he just needed to get this out to just get his creative juices flowing. And I think also to like make good with like the new deal that he has with Gamma.
Okay, I agree because then now he can officially move on and make something from scratch,
right,
under that imprint. Do we know what that deal looks like? Like, does he have like a
no idea, bro? I no idea, bro. All I know is that like there's a new deal with Gamma, and I believe his daughter also has a deal with them as well. So and like Gamma is like affiliated with Apple Music. So, you know, what is it, Larry Jackson?
Larry Jackson.
Yeah,
he used to be at Apple Music.
Right. So, like I said, I enjoyed the album. The rollout was pretty cool. He has stadium shows sold out like in California at SoFi Stadium in LA. And then he has like other stadium shows like across the country. And I think it's pretty interesting because like I was just curious. So I went on StubHub to like look at the prices. Not one ticket is more than $500.
I mean, yeah, that's not surprising, bro. Like when you're an artist like Kanye, where you putting out shit on your own accord, seemingly, and your persona is as popular as your music, and as controversial sometimes as your music, it's gonna sell every time. Like people thought that he wasn't gonna sell much with this album, but all he had to do was just be quiet.
Yeah, I like so far so good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, because I know that's usually like what you're like, yo, anytime Kanye like comes out and apologizes, he's selling something.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if he just put music out. Like, he don't need to talk anymore.
He
Truthfully,
doesn't. Yeah.
his opinions and shit like that. I think he would be happier.
And he would be Beyonce.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because Beyonce don't talk. She don't talk to us at all.
You're right about that.
I think, but do you think now though with this resurgence, because even before he came out with the album, he did his apology. He took up a page in Wall Street Journal, did an apology, which was very well written and seemed sincere. But do you think now that the album's out, he's gonna do an interview?
I hope.
And if so, who would that be with? Who do you think it will be with?
It better be with my man Fraser Thorpe, but nah, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I don't think.
I think Fraser's. The reason why I say Fraser, all jokes aside, is because like Fraser is kind of like who like we like, you know, when me and you were like younger, like when I see a lot of like us when I see Fraser, because it's like he grew up in hip hop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's 35, me and you are both 39, 4 years apart. It's not a huge difference, right? So some people are like, oh, he's so young, and it's just like, yo, we was young, and like he's a fan, and he's a great writer and a great interviewer. So who better than a person that was a freshman in high school when College Dropout came out?
Yeah.
And you know that he's done the research and done the work. I just think Fraser Thorpe would give an amazing interview with Kanye, because it's just like, I'm pretty sure if you would have said that to Fraser Thorpe and when he was in 9th grade in 2004, like, yo, Kanye's going to be like this. 22 years.
Yeah, I think Fraser will be great. I do want an interview that's gonna like not necessarily be an uncomfortable interview, but I want something that like, I'm trying to think what veteran could do it.
You think like an interview with somebody that he's comfortable with, actually?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he comfortable with? Like, that's the question.
The person he's comfortable with is like a fucking Justin LeBoy, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to see that either. This is going to be funny. This is just me being silly, but Kanye needs to go on Carisha, please.
That would be insane. It's like, what do you think she would say?
She was like, Kanye, why are you so crazy, Kanye?
Why
like,
you be putting beads in her ass?
Yeah. Like, Kanye, why you be having that girl walking around naked?
You got all this money and she don't be wearing nothing.
Kanye, you don't miss Kim?
just so unfiltered and just crazy.
Yeah, I think it would be really good, man.
That would be good. That would be fun to watch. But I think I just want to see, like, I still, obviously, we love Angie. I still want to see, because she has her In Real Life podcast that I'll be watching sometimes. And I just love her style of interviewing. Because she talks to you, like, she has really great connections and engagement with the people that she talks to. And I think she's able to get something out of them that other people aren't. So, like, even with, you know, the Fraser interview, as great as it was, I would love to see Jay-Z reconnect with Angie, because they have so much history.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. That's a good point.
And she would be able to talk to him about shit that nobody else would, because and
there's a trust. Yeah,
and she'll slip in questions that are tough questions, but it'll be wedged between a safe one.
Right.
I think that's the direction that, like, if we have to rely on the new age of the media people, I think Nadeska can lean into that, because she builds trust, but she hasn't gotten to the difficult questions yet.
Okay, you made a good point with Angie, though. Like, Angie, I think young and old respect Angie. So no matter what, I don't think anybody will be dissatisfied. Obviously, there's a small group of people that'll be like, well, of course Jay-Z's going to ask like his best friend, you know, because people will say that about him and Angie or whatever.
Yeah.
But okay, so back to Bully. Like, I did write something where I was like, this feels like. So remember when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out? I'm not comparing this album to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, mind you, but it was basically Kanye. He did the best job that he could have given the album that his fans wanted. It feels like he's on that road with this project.
Like the backhanded apology thing?
Yeah. It seems like he's like, all right, this is what y'all want. I could do this shit in my sleep. And like, he just but this one, he didn't put effort in it like how he did with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. This feels like a lazy version of my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
I was talking to my boy yesterday. He brought up a good shout out to Los. He brought up a good point of like, I think he said something like, this album feels like it's wedged between Yeezus and damn, there's another album that he said.
Not 808s?
It might have been 808s, Yeezus and 808s, where it's like it has like this feel to it. And I got exactly what he was saying with it. Cause I can see that. I can see where he can, you know, obviously Travis Scott is on it. And he dropped that really, really cool video that was directed by his wife too.
Mm-hmm.
But it does feel like he pulled from his past album to do this one.
It did. It definitely felt that way. To move on to the next one, I will say that like I enjoyed the song that he had with CeeLo Green. The song with Peso Pluma, I actually think if he really wanted to push it, like that could be like a single.
Yeah.
That sounds like some world shit that I actually like really enjoyed. Obviously, you know, Don Toliver on the album, like Regg has converted me to a Don Toliver fan, guys. So, you know, I enjoyed that. But overall, good project. So, moving along, Nicki Minaj supposed to drop, bro. Like she had a whole date. What happened?
What was that, the 27th? Yeah. She said she gave us this date last year.
Yeah.
And was like, this album's dropping.
When Cardi dropped,
even back then though, she said that she said, oh, I'm not gonna drop the album anymore. This is what you want. Thanks a lot, Rock Nation. Something like that. So it was kind of up in the air already. I didn't believe she was dropping anyway.
Right. And she said this is Jay-Z's fault why she didn't drop it.
Yeah.
You blame Jay-Z.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. I think speaking of Jay-Z, obviously Yankee Stadium tickets have come and gone. You're going on Friday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So we're going to see what happens because Extra Innings was announced. What do you think is expected from that? Which is the extra show that he added because the first two sold out.
To my understanding from my sources that every day he'll be performing both albums. That's it. It's nothing, no grabs and style. Like as of now, that might change, but to my understanding, he's just going to perform both albums in their entirety.
Which makes sense because realistically, I mean,
it's a 3-hour show.
Yeah. It's not like he was about to perform one album for the day, and that's like an hour, a little over an hour. And it's like, thank you. Like, you're not coming out there for an hour. That's crazy. And he has so many hits, and I know he's going to rear off script a little bit. He has to. I was hoping that the third day would be a B-side show. That'd be crazy. A stadium and do B-sides.
Yeah, that's bold.
Yeah.
That speaks.
I mean, the tickets are sold, so it's like he can do what he wants.
Yeah, he can come out there and read a book.
The tickets are sold. Niggas are saying online that like he could pop out with a Dark Caesar. Everybody wants Jay-Z to cut his hair.
Oh yeah, because Nicki Minaj said it's a wig, right?
Yeah. I think if he pops out there, and I wholeheartedly don't believe that it's a wig. I think it's his hair for real. His wife has a hair care line. Like he's sleeping with the source.
I use the product. I use it to make sure it's good up here.
You know, he's sleeping with the source. Like he has the source in his house.
Yeah.
Like he's not using no fucking wigs. Like it's crazy. But
imagine though, like on some Steve Harvey shit, like we found out that
because I did not know until the internet.
Bro. I thought that Steve Harvey just had one of the best barbers alive.
His hairline. Yeah, because it used to be. I feel like most of the hip hop community didn't know it was a wig because
I've never heard
that was the punchline. It was like, yo, Steve Harvey, I'm sharper than Steve Harvey hairline. Like it was like
that's great. Like the fact that he was that's a whole nother conversation. But like I'm like, yo, where did he go? Because I'm like, wow, not other black men. That must mean like he put whatever money he had towards that shit and said, I'll figure it out, the rest out later. Yeah. But yeah,
man.
Okay. Next, Cardi B is doing her Little Miss Drama tour. And she just hit the tri-state. So she did her New York City shows. Last night she was in Jersey. She's brought out Lil Kim. Cash Cobain, and last night she brought out Fetty Wap in Jersey. So like she's been really, really entertaining fans. She has like the whole stripper aesthetic on the stage, which I saw her do 10. Damn, this sounds crazy. Was it? No, not 10 years ago, but when I went to Coachella and she performed at Coachella when her first
when she
album
was
came.
pregnant.
Yeah, when she was
Yeah,
pregnant.
yeah.
And like, so like she had like the stripper elements then,
Mhm.
and she was doing that shit pregnant. So like now that, you know, like she's not, you know, pregnant, like it's entertaining to see, like, you know, you see the clips on like social media and stuff like that. Very happy.
She's working hard as hell because as
Yeah.
soon as she had that baby,
Yeah.
she went on tour.
Yeah, she went back to work or whatever, like to get it done. But like, it looked like she's having a good time. You could tell that like she's learning things in real time. And I think the thing for her that she has, like, that she gets the grace with, is that like everybody knows, like, all right, like she's just an entertainer. Like she's not like she's not like she's not like some artist that like is supposed to be like getting critiqued like that. So I think that it's cool that like she's just allowed to kind of like figure out this experience on the fly. Like every night they're saying like she gets better and better. So that's good. I think that's dope. Yeah, all right. So mentioning Fetty Wap, he just dropped his project. He's home from jail. It's called Xavier. Shout out to Drees, my man. You know, they call him Big Drees at the office at 300. He worked on that project. He's very proud of that, and I'm very proud of him. I gave the album a listen through. Fetty Wap, like he understands like making hits. Like he does.
First off, I love that he took his time with this album. It seems like he didn't rush back into the studio right after getting out of jail, like how we've seen people do. Like I remember when Remy got out of jail and went to the studio that same day.
Yeah, Papoose had her on a schedule.
Yeah, like fucking Max B was all over the place when he got out. Like these people, they get out and it's like, I think sometimes you just need to sit, like obviously you've been sitting down already, but like get out and connect with your people again. Like Fetty been out for a little bit, long enough at least to connect and get in the studio and do this.
Yeah, I think they got Fetty like acclimated with like technology and shit first.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think that is it's a great thing seeing. He's like very positive. And I think like, you know, jail actually did reform him. So, you know, he's really trying his best to like be like an upstanding citizen and change the stigma of what's happening out in Paterson, New Jersey, where he's from.
Yeah, man. I'm happy for Fetty, bro. Like he's, you know, everybody knows how it felt when he first came out. So I don't know if he'll recapture it like that, but I'm just happy that he's free and he's making good music, because I haven't heard the whole project yet, but
it's good. It's a good listen. It's a good run through.
It doesn't sound dated at all from the singles that I've heard. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Did you see the verses with Tyrese and Tank?
Yeah, I saw a majority of it. Yeah, that was good. That's very Jamie Foxx coded.
Yeah.
That's some shit Jamie Foxx would do.
Yeah, because they, you know, Tank and Jamie work together a lot. I feel like if he releases that project, Tyrese is gonna crash. I mean, that song, Tyrese is gonna crash out.
I don't even think he needs to release the song. I think the damage is already done. I feel like niggas will comment turtleneck, and anytime they see Tyrese for at least a couple weeks or months even.
It sucks because they're friends. But you could tell like that they have
animosity,
like, you could tell like there's animosity, but they're friends and they just, you know, be having like they shit. I can't explain it, but it's like they know what it is.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Because I think it dates back to, you know, TGT, Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank, when they had that group and it didn't work out the way that it was supposed to.
Right.
Because all of them were big names in that time frame. Tyrese being the most famous. But like in that time, they were supposed to be those guys, and then that didn't work. And I think it's just,
well, like from what because I think they all went on Tank's podcast, R&B Money. And the problem is that Tyrese was asking for like a large lump sum because he was so famous. And then Tank was like, all right, but like I'm the tour guy. I'm the one that tours. So like I will probably bring out the most fans. Tyrese was like, nigga, I'm in the Fast and Furious. Like they all were like going back and forth about splits.
Egos.
And ego and money and things like that. And Genuine was like, why we can't all just do it evenly? Like we all just split it the proper way. And like that was like the concern, like, you know, them all like poking their chest out about how certain things was going to go.
Yeah.
So that's what it was for the most part. And then, you know, they got resolved. But the verses overall was a hot mess, as my mom would say. It could have been better. Trey songs looked crazy.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx coming out was cool. The part where Tank took Tyrese's backup singer
Oh yeah.
was fucking hot. They shared backup singers, but it looked like it wasn't planned or scripted.
It just flowed that way. But I knew it would be fun. Like both of those guys look great too.
Yeah.
Like Tyrese is not aging.
Yeah.
He looks great. Same with Tank. Tank is 50 years old. Those guys look great, and I'm glad to see R&B on that type of pedestal. I just think it's weird. What's weird though is verses can't seem to lock down a consistency. Like they just drop. I don't know. I never know when they drop it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, oh yeah, we drop it today, and it's like that was your last one was like 4 or 5 months ago, and then you come out with this, and then now you out with Apple Music.
I think they need to pivot into a concert series and do that versus like what we did while we were on lockdown.
Yeah, it just seemed like
you can't recapture that, and they've been trying to for so long, and it just don't work.
Yeah, they've lost the plot of how it was. I think they should do more promos leading up to it, more like versus effect to it. Like it just doesn't feel the same.
It's not working out. Like you know, artists backing out. It's too many moving pieces, and it's not working.
And I see why they would try to cash in on this, but the authenticity of us all getting on Instagram and watching these niggas go at it on IG Live was great. That was a moment,
right,
for Regg. And it helped that we were on lockdown. But still,
yeah, I wouldn't mind another lockdown, but you know, that's just me. I know some people really can't deal with that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind this shit shutting down for real. Like again, for real. Like not in a dark place or anything like that, but just like there's a lot going on. Let's just kind of put a pause.
I could stay home.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of staying home, Chili from TLC is in the news right now because it's been reported that she was reposting disparaging things about Michelle Obama, and that she was a significant made significant donations to the Trump administration during his presidential run. She has now come out and decline, like basically like fought back on both claims. She said that like, she was just scrolling and she made a mistake and like hit a button, but she didn't even know that she did it because like people were contacting her, 1. And 2, she said that she was contributing like money to something that was like, that had to do with like Army veterans. And like, because her father's an Army vet, which I know you saw the TLC Behind the Music. Her dad is an Army vet.
Yeah.
So I believe I'm gonna give Chili the benefit of the doubt. Chili ain't never do no wild shit, and as far as I know.
Well, she's been a Trump supporter though. People in the past have pulled her liking things in support of Trump. You know, I had to say this person like this along with this other many people. Like they pulled that. They pulled the RIP Charlie Kirk, the whole thing, and she liked that, and like she's a Trump supporter.
And she's
but like so it's like, and it's like, that's okay to show who you are, but don't lie to me about who you are. Like that's the issue that I have with it. It's not about like people drawing a line.
I didn't know that, y'all.
It's not about people drawing a line and making shit up or putting shit on her. It's like, yo, we've seen this. And people started pulling up shit that she's liked in the past, and the internet.
I did my research. They said that she donated nearly $900 to Trump during the 2024 election cycle, and about $800 to the National Republican Senatorial Committee, and $7 to Ted Cruz. So I mean, she ain't that big of a supporter, y'all. Like she ain't really cracking the surface.
Donating money to a billionaire is hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say no more with that one. But yeah. And J. Cole has been on a press run. So he finally spoke with Cameron. He also spoke with Carmelo Anthony and Kaz at the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast. We know he spoke with Nick Deska. Is there one? Apple Music. Did he do another one? Or those
No,
are the
those
three
are the three so far.
so far, right? I thought he was gonna go on Breakfast Club, but I don't think he wants to deal with Charlamagne's shit.
Yeah, I don't think Charlamagne likes him.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't think so. I think Charlamagne has this way of like when he doesn't like somebody, no matter how they come up in the conversation, he finds a way to shit on them subtly.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah,
subtly. He'll
absolutely.
find a way
Oh
to
yeah,
subtly shit on
absolutely.
them.
Like he does the Mace.
Yeah. So, you know, he's not gonna outright say he don't like him, but Charlamagne's a smart guy. He'll find a way to let you know he don't like
Okay, that's true.
him. Mhm.
This is rare for Cole to speak so much, so I thought that was intriguing in itself. Also, you know, I enjoyed his interview with Carmelo. I couldn't get through his interview with Cameron. Couldn't. I like, and no disrespect, Cameron and Mace, but the conversation, I don't know, it just don't. I don't know. I can't explain it, but that whole thing, I just couldn't do it. But I definitely did it with Carmelo, and like the Cole is like a hippie to me.
Yeah, he is.
And like certain things that he says, like a lot of people feel like he's not being honest and that he's disingenuous. And I believe him.
So it's not that I don't believe him. I just wish he had more of a backbone. Like, and then you can call that being like, you know, we all from an era of this competitive spirit, right?
Mhm.
Of like seeing niggas butt heads and how they handle that in the culture. But like he's so anti that, and the way that he carries on with it, I think we want something for him that he don't want for himself, and that's okay because he's stronger than the moment. I guess you could say like he's stronger than like, you know, even though in the past those moments and the talk around they got the best of him. That's how you could say arguably we got an album like KOD or whatever, or that's how we got 7 Minute Drill, because there was so much noise around him on what he should do, and he actually did it and didn't feel good about it. But it's stronger of him to come forward and be like, yeah, nah, this actually wasn't in my character and I felt terrible about this.
Right.
But I say all that to say, like, I think my biggest issue with this rollout that he's been doing is he hasn't been able to. Actually, no, it was him talking about not being the best. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, I just say that. Like, you think in a world where there's Kendrick and all these great rappers and Black Thought, you think I would say I'm the best? And I'm like,
okay, that's performative. I get what you're saying. Yeah, like I remember when he said that, and I think that. And while you wanna know what's funny, I don't know if you ever pay attention to this, but whenever Wale has interviews, Wale basically always says like, "Y'all think I'm an asshole? Y'all should talk to J. Cole." Like he always says that. And I think what it is just that like Cole genuinely don't want drama and don't want no bullshit. So he's like, yo, let me just say this to make motherfuckers not bring no shit my way because I don't even care enough to entertain these niggas.
Yeah. But I think
that's what it is.
I think the internet and all of that shit, as much as he want us to believe that he's checked out of it and he's not on it, I think he reads a lot of shit and it gets to him. And he has to like take breaks from it, and like it's fucking with him. But like I think the album itself, it's a relief for him that it's out, because I think he probably went through a lot of writer's block and a lot of like hard times trying to get through even recording this album, because I don't think the passion is there anymore.
Do you think this is a bad album, The Follows?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I tried to listen to it twice and it didn't catch me, and I've moved on. Because it's so much music.
Yeah, it's a lot of music. It's really dense, and it feels like you can't really take like one song away from it. Like you have to listen to it as a whole project. Listening to one single, like, because is there a single off that project?
Yeah, he came out with 2-6. 2-6 was like the first single, because he has a video to that and everything.
All right, yeah. It
But
just don't feel that way.
I do not care. I'm like, bro, I'm happy for Cole. I'm happy for Cole diehard fans because they enjoy it. But yeah, I don't care about this album.
Okay, yeah, I don't really care either. It's just one of those projects where like it had like a lot of like, it had a circus around it and a lot of attention, and I feel like everything that he did besides the album did well. The promotion, him, you know,
Kills the promotion.
yeah, he killed the promotion. Like, you know, him driving around in the Honda Civic. Even how like the happy accident that happened with him and Cameron. Like, there's things that like happened around it that were good, but the music just didn't deliver, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And you know, I know he's gonna do his tour, and his tour is gonna be great. We saw Cole live, and I think that I think that's what sold me on Cole when we saw him at South by Southwest that year. Forest Hills driving, him seeing him perform. I think that made me like be like, I get it. So I know that his live show is gonna be amazing, but I just don't think that this project. We know now it's not his last project, but if this was his last project, I would be. If I'm him, I'm disappointed in myself.
What do you think of everyone's? What do you think of everyone seemingly reading the
Rob?
lines?
No, Rob don't. Rob is here, y'all. Rob don't want to talk. Rob. All right.
The album.
Yeah, the album is ass. Okay, we got it, Rob. All right. Okay.
What do you think of everyone pretty much reading between the lines of this Jay-Z interview that he did with Frazier of like his relationship with J. Cole, where he basically said that he said something like, "Oh, besides this audit thing or whatever, like we're good or whatever," which pretty much let us know like behind the scenes, J. Cole audited Roc Nation to see like what his catalog would work.
I think anytime like anytime you tell somebody that you want to audit, like it makes you feel like, but you don't trust me? Like, so I think like it was kind of like that kind of conversation. But I also think that we always imagined that J. Cole and Jay-Z would have like this great relationship. And I think that Jay-Z legit treated it like, yo, I signed him. He's, you know, he is my artist, but like he kind of like is very hands off with Cole. Because I don't think that Jay-Z knew what to do with Cole in any capacity, truthfully. And I think that's because Jay-Z had an old school way of approaching the music business. And that's why he did so well with pop artists.
Like, yo, I'll let your foot in the door, figure it out.
Yeah. Jay-Z did really well with pop artists, but my personal opinion, I don't think Jay-Z has a good track record pushing rappers.
Well, he doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
like Kanye.
He almost passed up Kanye.
Yeah. He almost passed up Kanye. And like, truthfully, like, and I don't care who argued with me, he had nothing to do with Kanye's success. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kanye kind of gave Jay like a cool factor. And I don't even like saying that, but it's the truth. Like, Kanye kind of like he helped Jay-Z kind of like guided Jay-Z in across the 2010s and stuff like that. Like, so that's true, right? He's still Jay-Z though. Like he said, I'm Jay-Z. But I think that he just didn't know what to do with Cole, and he just let Cole like just rock out. And he said himself, like, Memphis Bleek gonna do what I say. That's my little brother. Like, I knew
he has to listen.
Like he knew what Bleek. He knew who Bleek was as a person, as a man. He watched him grow up. J. Cole, he didn't know J. Cole, and I think with Jay-Z's one thing, he didn't take time to get to know Cole.
Right.
And I think if he would have took time to get to know Cole, he probably could have helped him better. Versus randomly telling him in the studio, like, yo, get a song from Drake, get a hit, get hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that that's where it went.
Hooking him up with Stargate, like what?
Yeah, like I think he just didn't get it, but he knew there was something there. And like, you know, it's so crazy because you would think like, yo, like it's Jay-Z, like he knows that's exactly what to do. And it's like, nah, like Jay-Z helped break Rihanna. And like they were looking for songs for Rihanna for mad long. Like, you know, when people had Umbrella before Rihanna got it, like that's just who Jay-Z is. Like, he comes from the old, like, people forget, Jay-Z came up in the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
Where to get on radio, you had to have like a music, a fucking hit. And like, if you think about Jay-Z, like, even though I count Reasonable Doubt as an underground album, Jay-Z had a crossover commercial hit, Ain't No Nigga. And it had a sample from a song that was already popular. Like, it just, Jay-Z followed the formula and then put the street talk on the album. So you had to go buy it. Long story short, he ain't know what to do with J. Cole. It's apparent to me that him and J. Cole have a business working relationship, and they aren't friends, and that's okay.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Right.
People just wanted more from it than what we got, which is fine. Hate to see it end off on a nice watch, but that's what we got.
Yeah, I hold out hope.
So to switch gears a little bit, we are gonna get into an album. So the album that we're doing today, this guy has had a very interesting interesting legacy. I think he started out. I think he felt. I'll never forget him feeling the way when I read Double XL when he was a Double XL interview that he did back in the day, where he referenced a Jay-Z verse, the from the Excuse Me Miss, the only dudes moving units and Pimp Juice and Us, and that he felt the way when he heard it because at that time he could have been mentioned in that.
Yeah, he could have. He should have.
He could have been mentioned. He should have been mentioned. He was moving a lot of units along with those guys. He had platinum records, and he was carving out a lane for himself in an already really, really congested space. Like he was signed to Def Jam, one of their biggest artists, and then he blew up so fast, like from the time that it all clicked, right? People kind of referred to him in this time as like the second coming of Busta Rhymes in a way.
Right.
His music was animated. He was funny. He was humorous. He was super creative, and all of those things poured into his videos. And we're talking about Ludacris. You know, these days he's kind of transitioned into more of a movie star. He's in commercials. He's in the State Farm commercial. He's in, of course, Fast and Furious, making all that money.
Family.
Yeah, he's part of the family. And the album that we're getting into is Word of Mouf, which is his third album. Incognito was his official first album, but some of that stuff was repackaged for the first time, which a lot of people consider his first
debut,
album.
Right.
Yeah. But Word of Mouf is his third album, and it came out on Disturbing the Peace, Def Jam South, which was specifically made around the time frame that he was blowing up, and Scarface was the president,
right? AKA just the face.
Yeah, exactly. So Word of Mouf, like I said, third album from Ludacris, feature production from Jazzy Faye, Organized Noise, Swiss Beats, Timbaland, a few more on this thing too, and with standout features from Jagged Edge, Nate Dogg, Sleepy Brown, 3-6 Mafia, Twista.
Don't forget I-20.
Don't forget, can't forget I-20. So just the Disturbing the Peace crew is on here as well, in general. And then Mystical, who, you know, do with that what you will, yeah. But yeah, they all shaped this album. The album was nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Rap Album on the 45th Annual Grammy Awards that year.
Unfortunately, he lost to the Eminem show.
Lost to the Eminem show, which obviously, you know, debuted at number 3 on Billboard that year, selling 281,000 copies. Which just puts in perspective, right? If you sell 281,000 copies today, that's the number 1 album and probably contender for biggest first week of the year. Like that's how different album releases are these days. It's been nominated. It's been since certified 4 times platinum since it first came out. Ludacris, Word of Mouf, 2001. How did we feel initially when it came out?
When it came out, it was it was just like, oh, okay, cool. Like Ludacris put out another project. Like this is 2001, bro. This is at the height of like Jay-Z and Nas beefing and shit like that. So I wasn't not excited, but like I like you said, I looked at him like, oh, like the down south Busta Rhymes. Then you know, like that's down south Busta Rhymes or down south Redman, which isn't like a slight, but I could see how it can be a slight.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I was just like, all right, shit, Redman can spit. Like people respect Redman. Like Eminem on the Eminem show just fucking listed him. Like when we learned who Reggie was, right? So, but that's how I looked at Ludacris. It wasn't something that I was like running out to get. Like I was all about, like I was entrenched in like Jay-Z, like Fab, Nas, like that shit, like, you know what I'm saying, checking out different mixtapes, like that was like what I was doing. But with Ludacris, like I just knew like he was like a staple and like he was like here to stay. Like I didn't look at him like a gimmick rapper, but I was just like, all right, like he's funny, he's animated, he's from Atlanta, and like that's what's going on. But I will say that this is the project that took him from like a regional star to a national star. Like this is like when like everything like changed. Like this is when everything got like different for him. And shout out to Shaka Zulu and Jeb Dixon.
Yeah.
His partners. Till this day. Yeah, till this day. Right, till this day. So like, you know, like I said, like it was just interesting. You know, Jay-Z, Pimp Juice, and Slim Shady was running shit at the time in 2001. Like they were selling tons of records. Like you couldn't turn on TRL or 106 apart without seeing these three, Ja Rule included. At the time, like it was just like they were just taking turns, and like Ludacris like found his way and got on board with that as well.
Yeah, I think yeah, you said that perfectly. I think Ludacris, he was swimming in similar waters, but like he found, like, their music was big. His music was big too, but he was able to capitalize off of like the South, like in a way that wasn't being done around this time frame. Sure, you had T.I., you know, but T.I. wasn't as big as this yet.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So like Ludacris took it and made it, he took it beyond Atlanta at the time. It wasn't like trap music, it was fun. It was but he was also lyrical too. Like he can hang, and he can hang with anybody at the time.
Yeah, he could.
He can go on any song and bring that energy and kill it. I mean, the Made You Look remix came out maybe a year or so after this, I want to say.
I think 2002.
Yeah, so a year after this. But like he was so successful with his time at Def Jam. So to put in perspective, Back for the First Time came out I want to say October 2000. Yeah. October 2000. And in November, Word of Mouf came out. I think he was in such a unique spot because it seems like they rushed him back in the studio for this album.
Yeah, probably so.
Because Back for the First Time caught on like wildfire. Like I remember when What's Your Fantasy came out, a lot of people didn't really even know what Ludacris looked like because the video didn't. He didn't get a video like right after with the song, so people didn't know what he looked like, and it was just on the radio all the time.
Shit, I remember when I went to Atlanta, they was playing Hole on the radio, and I could not believe that shit.
Yeah,
I looked around like, wait, they playing this shit on the radio?
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
It was a single for this album.
Yeah,
I think it was like the last single for Back for the First Time.
Yeah, for Back for the First Time, I just couldn't believe that they played Use a Hole on the radio.
Yeah, so like you fast forward and you get a big song like Rollout. Rollout comes out as like the first single. Actually, no, Area Codes was the first single for this album.
Yeah,
and Area Codes took off, and it was a fun song. Featured Nate Dogg, rest in peace. And it was a fun and inclusive song because if you heard your area code on it, it made you happy. So when I was out there and I heard 312, 313, it was like, oh shit, you know. I remember being on the phone back then when me and Arnice shout out my friend Arnice, we would be on the phone back then watching a video and comparing which area code girl looked the best. So like it was for me, you know, the 313 girl. And she would be repping the 718 girl. Like, nah, the 718 girl look better than 313. Like, it was just, that's what it was.
That is funny as shit. Wow.
We would be on the phone comparing. Like, it was just, like, dumb shit like that. But yeah, back then.
That video played a lot.
Yeah. So, like, and they all, it was just fun. Like, when you make shit like that, and Ludacris really cracked the code to make these songs feel inclusive and fun. Because then that followed up with Rollout. Rollout came out and it was so gimmicky. This was another pocket that I think hindered him because he came out with a lot of gimmicky shit.
Right. And I guess the thing is like he still brought some of his radio host persona into his music because when I was doing my research, I was like, damn, like, so he never went for the crown of being the king of the South, even though like he had Scarface like pretty much like backing him, right? So he never went for that. Never tried to like add like mystique like a Andre 3000 did or like a Scarface did. What else did I write? Oh, I definitely didn't lean into street shit. Like he kind of just stayed in his own lane and he got overlooked for it. It's kind of like he basically stayed true to himself and like kind of like paid the price for it.
Yeah. Ludacris was never trying to prove to us. He didn't go out on a limb to prove to us that he was nice.
Right.
But would show up. He'd show up that way. I don't think it was until Theater of the Mind.
Yeah.
When he aligned himself, like he came out with the song with Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah.
Which wasn't the best song, but you could see what he was doing. He was aligning himself with rappers on that album, just to show niggas like, yo, I can hang. Like I'm nice. But by that time, I think it was just too late because he kind of serioused himself out. He didn't have the braids no more. He was in movies. And then he went to movies, and then he did what most of these rapper turned actors do. They come back to music and they bring film elements to their movies. I mean, to their music. So like him even calling it Theater of the Mind, and it was separated in different acts.
And then I know Theater of the Mind was the second one, but what was the one with what was it? Release Therapy, where he pretty much had his hair like airbrushed black.
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like he was just out of fucking touch.
Yeah. I think he was trying to figure it out, because he Release Therapy was the one that got him the Grammy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the one that got him the Grammy, despite all the success.
That was his most mature album, but I just hated the album cover. Like the music was fine, but I was just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like,
he came out with Runaway Level.
Yeah, no. My man Jolito had got Keke Palmer pregnant.
Oh, yep. And then this was it. 2006.
Yeah, bro, like photoshopping your hair like that was crazy.
Release Therapy.
Especially when he's not bald.
Right? It was just, and this wasn't a really popular thing at that time. Beijing is fucking everywhere these days. But back then it was just like, yo, why your hair so black, my nigga? Like, what you doing?
It's crazy.
Yeah. But on this album, like we said, he tapped into all the fun aspects that people came to know and love at this time about Ludacris. But then at the same time, he was facing a lot of backlash from like corporate media and everything. This is when this was at the beginning.
This was before he got with the Pepsi deal and Bill O'Reilly came out and shit on him.
Yeah.
So that was 2004.
That was Chicken and Beer, but here he is reeling in the success that he had from the last.
All that shit was coming. Like,
because he kicks off with Coming to America as the intro.
Mm-hmm.
And then he basically talks about that. His opening words is, "These bitches throwing rose petals at my feet, man." And that's how he kind of addresses the haters and the success of like everything that's coming at the time with it. And then he kind of gets into it in the second verse too, which is great. So I think this album is kind of just his reflective moment, but also sprinkling in the hits that brought people here.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. Also, 2001, 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I had to like go back through my notes. Like all of the things that was just like going on. Like so like for him to just like he kind of like
2.5 months later.
Yeah, it was kind of like needed to be honest with you. So it's just interesting to see like where he landed like in that lexicon or whatever like that. Because like even though like Nelly, Nelly wasn't as animated as him, but like obviously like I don't think that Nelly is like a lyrical. Yeah, he was lighthearted, but like it is interesting like how like he was getting more attention. And I think my assumption is that because like we had no artists from St. Louis.
Well, yeah.
So he was the center of attention.
With St. Louis on the map,
right? So with Ludacris, like there was Outkast. There was a music scene in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
LaFace Records, was a huge staple down there.
It's a lot of things that worked in Nelly's favor. He introduced the slang to us.
Yeah.
That's back when everything was still regional.
Yeah.
But like the internet has taken away regional things.
I missed that.
The internet has taken that away. Like you got people in the South saying dead ass, and it's like,
yeah, what? I remember when I was in school, the first time I said dead ass, they kept repeating it to me, and they tried to make my name be dead ass. My name's Taurian.
Yeah, see, that's why but I miss shit like that because that's how people learn through, for lack of a better term, word of mouth. That's how they learned.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is how we speak up here. It's like, oh shit, that's how you speak. And then, you'll hear somebody that's not from Philly saying Jean.
Like that's crazy.
Jean. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Or somebody not from Chicago saying Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's just like the internet has kind of just convoluted all these things and has made slang not just exclusive to like where it's from. It's an interesting thing. Anyway, not to go off topic, but yeah. So getting back into this album, Rollout. I used to love this song. I remember it coming on TV, and at the time when we would print out lyrics and shit. Like, were you ever that person? Did you print out lyrics? I used to print out lyrics. But I remember with this song specifically, I wrote the lyrics down because the printer wasn't working. So I wrote the lyrics down and learned it that way. Because it was just fascinating that this nigga could rap so fast at any given moment.
That is fascinating. Yeah. And because he did that, I did not try to learn the lyrics.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this is fucking cool. But yeah, so after that one, not to go track by track, you know, but Go to Sleep is just I do not like that song.
That was very Atlanta coded.
Yeah. And it's produced by Bangladesh.
Yeah.
You got I-20 on there, you got Fate, Lil Fate. And
I have such an admiration for I-20.
I like I-20.
I-20 is evil Charlemagne the God.
And that voice, man, the voice that he raps.
I really enjoy his voice and like I like took to him and like I just knew he was gonna get an opportunity. Like I just knew he would. Like I remember I used to like when he would come out with singles, I would fucking champion that shit, bro. I really was a I-20 fan growing up. I think because like he was like dark skinned, he had that commander voice, and like that was something that I kind of like I enjoyed because like, you know, I like rappers with like commander voices and shit like that.
I think he really tried with him though.
He did. I mean, he's on every one of the albums. Like he's around. Like Ludacris keeps him around. Him and Lil Face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think, you know, that was the thing. But obviously, like, you know, it didn't work out. And like, look who it did work out for, 2 Chainz.
Yeah. And 2 Chainz, I don't think he has the best relationship with Ludacris.
I don't like. It seemed like there's respect. I guess because Ludacris gave him an opportunity. Because 2 Chainz don't say anything about him. Like he don't say nothing. He don't say anything like bad, but he don't say nothing good either. Like he kind of like just like leaves it there. Like, and I would like to know. You know, actually, you know, I could find out. I just never. It never was top of my mind.
I wonder what happened with the other guy that was in Player Circle.
Right, Dollar. Yeah, I don't know. Like he. Yeah. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like when you show 2 Chainz in the interviews and stuff like that, like he's very vague about certain shit, and like that's like very much an Atlanta thing. Like niggas in Atlanta can literally hate each other, but you won't know.
Yeah.
It's like they only talk to people about things with people that they very much trust.
Yeah. But I get the sense. Somebody that's recently starting to shed light on that is T.I. with this new rollout that he's doing for his next album. It's like, yo, I'm just trying to bring Atlanta back together. Like he's talking about it. He's not saying who's beefing, but he's addressing that there's been a divide. Right.
Nah, definitely. I mean, there's people in Atlanta that don't fuck with each other on certain levels, but like we would never know it because like they don't speak on it. But like that's true. Like 2 Chainz has never, like he's never told us like, yo, Ludacris owes me $2 million. Like none of that
he's
shit.
never said any of that shit. They not publicly beefing, but something going on.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Crybabies is produced by Swiss Beats. It's cool.
Yeah, I want to know what the budget was like for this album because basically he has all of the top producers from 2001 on this project.
He does. I mean, shit, he got Jazzy Faye on here.
Yeah.
Jazzy Faye and Timbaland was probably his most expensive producers at this time.
And ladies and gentlemen, remember this is 2001, so Kanye had just put his production on the blueprint. Just Blaze just put his production on the blueprint, right? Swiss Beats and Timbaland was still like the guys at this time, right? Jazzy Faye was doing his thing in Atlanta, and like this is like on like pretty much like almost to where like he has Sierra as well. And I think like some people might like, cause I want to make sure like I give you like the full scope. Cause some people might be like, well, Kanye just put out Blueprint with Jay-Z. Kanye wasn't Kanye yet. Like
no, he was not.
He still was not Kanye yet. He still so Kanye is in at Rockefeller offices more than likely rapping for Wayno or some shit like that right now, freestyling for niggas,
following niggas,
with his cameras and shit like that,
and probably sees Ludacris on the way in the building.
Yeah. Right. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, and eventually he does work with Ludacris because he's on the next project, right?
Yeah, he does stand up on Chicken and Beer.
Right, exactly. So like, you know, they do get together, but I say all that to say like Ludacris, this project gives you an idea of 2001. He might give you the best idea of the sound of the top producers.
Mhm.
I'm not saying like it is the best album, but it definitely has a round of the major producers that have a lot of like slots on the radio as far as
Yeah.
hip hop.
And even a couple years after that, because Bangladesh has a few joints on here,
Mhm.
but he didn't blow up fully
Right.
until like later.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne
Yeah.
really helped Bangladesh.
A Milli is like what took him out of here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I hope he got paid for that.
I think
'Cause he went through some shit trying to get paid some cash money.
Yeah, there's some things that I saw that said, I'm you know, I'm not gonna make it up. So I remember seeing some things where like I think there was a dispute, but eventually he did get paid, like something like that.
All right, well, I hope so. Let's see.
All right, so let's pull the band-aid on. Let's talk about Move, bitch. We have to, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, I'm like we dancing around it. Obviously, Mystical, terrible person. He's going to jail. That's where he belongs. He just pled guilty for raping a woman. This is his second sexual assault case. Lock him up, throw away the motherfucking key.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at him because I really enjoy Mystical's music.
I did too.
And like he really fucked, like Mystical, you really fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got that out the way.
Fucking creep.
Yeah, fucking creep. Move Bitch is one of the greatest songs that has ever been made in history of music.
The way Mystical comes on this beat, here I go.
Yeah.
Here I go. Like, and the beat is just like in the back, like it sounds great.
It gets you so amped. Like you don't even understand. Like you wanna know where I love hearing Move Bitch the most? At Battle of the Bands during HBCU football games. Bro, it's fucking amazing. Seeing the choreography, seeing how they do all that shit is the fucking best, bro. It's some of the best experiences that I've had seeing Move Bitch be performed.
Yeah.
I've seen Gremlin perform Move Bitch. I've seen Hampton perform Move Bitch, and I haven't seen FAMU, and I've seen Spellhouse, Morehouse, and Spellman, their band perform Move Bitch. Fucking epic, bro.
Yeah, this song was everywhere, bro. The video, everything. It was such a big moment because it doesn't feel like he compromised anything. He just made a fun record. Like, that's all it was. It was a fun record, but it was aggressive too.
Right. And again, he put his man I-20 on that song, like his biggest single. And I could argue, like, obviously, like they all showed out. They all had great verses, but I-20 really held his own for being just being the homie.
Mm-hmm. This was also Ludacris' first top 10 hit.
Yeah.
And it reached number 3 on the hot rap chart and number 3 on the hot R&B hip hop single chart.
It's something that like I really love Move Bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Like my grandmother likes Move Bitch.
I love the lore behind this song because more recently Baby Keem in the promo for his album, he shows a video of him as a baby turning the radio on, and he was like dancing in the car seat.
Oh, right.
Dancing in the car seat, and this was on. And then somebody did a thing where they put in the next slide, like, Ludacris is the one that presented him with his first Grammy.
Right about that.
Which was cool as hell. Like, damn, like
that's full circle shit right there.
Yeah,
fire.
That's so cool. So, yeah, man, no, this was a big song. Really, really big song. This song was everywhere, bro. Everywhere. And imagine being in school with this shit on. Like, and then this song was so big, and it was the 4th and last single for this album.
Right.
Every single, every single for this album hit.
Yo, he was on TV nonstop, bro. I enjoyed Saturday a lot with him and Sleepy Brown. I enjoyed that single a lot. Like this album was so like top heavy with hit singles and shit like that. Like, okay, so this album is an example of like what Jay-Z thought like when he signs a rapper that they're supposed to do. Because I think that Jay-Z felt that like authenticity from rappers like wasn't like a thing. So I like he's like, yo, I'm real, but I think that Jay-Z thinks that everybody else is a bunch of fucking pretenders. So like I think that like he was like, yo, Cole, I need like 4 hits like a Ludacris album.
Packages,
yeah, like a package like that versus being like, oh shit, I really got to know you, J. Cole.
Right.
You're this person, so I see why you want to put out these projects, and your fans will help us decide what the single is. Jay-Z was like, fuck that, I need 4 bangers. In the studio with Swiss Beats and Timberland ASAP.
Right now. and that's why he would go to Drake and be like, yo, give him a hit.
Yeah. Yeah, because he just didn't understand it. He was like, Drake could do it. Shit, even Kendrick could do it. Why the fuck can't you do it? Like, mind you, I'll give Cole his credit. He did with Workout Plan and Who Dat.
Yeah.
He made two, and they still get mad play on the radio right now.
And the shit with Miguel.
Yeah, sure thing. Oh man. Wait, no, All I Want Is You? What you talking about?
On his Power Trip.
Oh, you talking about on Born Center? Yes.
He did. I mean, that was a hit.
Yeah,
that was a hit for him.
Yeah, man. He was able to deliver, but I just think something like those Friday Night Lights should have been out. But that's a whole nother conversation. Anyways,
so yeah, I think from the notable singles, it was just inevitable that this album would be what it turned out to be. What other like songs on here stand out for you besides the singles? Whether good or bad.
Let's see. Go to Sleep is a song that I really, really enjoy. Let's see. Growing Pains was okay, but cringy.
I like Growing Pains. I think Growing Pains could have been a bigger song. It's such a coming of age. Like, you need one of those that, like, not necessarily to replay, but something that can be in those Growing Pains type movies. You know how we have today, they still play Back in the Day when I was young. I think that's something that they were going for with this song.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like something that'll play for those coming of age moments in movies. And I think it fits. It just doesn't get used enough.
I didn't like Freaky Things with Jagged Edge.
I fuck with that. What? Oh my shit.
Let me see. Keep It on the Hush, I felt like was an underrated song. Word of Mouf freestyle. That's Luda getting in his fucking freestyle bag right now.
Yeah, with Four Eyes. Shout out to Four Eyes. I don't know what he's up to or what he's doing these days, but this was always a moment on Ludacris albums. If you bought his album, you expected a random freestyle on there with Four Eyes. So back for the first time, he did that with Four Eyes. He did that with this one. The third album, he did it again. And I think he probably tailed off from there. But this was always a moment where everything had a structure to it. And then you get a random freestyle and Four Eyes fucking kills it. And then you get back to regular steady programming with a song that's on the album. It was always a fun moment. What else did you
Okay. Do you think that this album has any kind of message, or is it just this is like pure entertainment and like just to sell records, like hit songs?
I think the only intent around this album, well, there's two. One is striking while the iron is hot. I think Def Jam was like, all right, the first one worked, do it again. Do it again, give us another one. And then the second part that's intentional is hit records. Okay. So like that's evident with a song like Rollout.
Yeah.
It's so radio ready. Move Bitch is so radio ready, but it doesn't compromise anything. There's a lot of intent on here. It's just, but I don't think it's to tell a story at all.
Okay.
I think it's just a bunch of songs.
All right. Follow up. This album, like you said earlier, went 4 times platinum. Do you think that is? Do you think that was just his popularity, or do you think that the album was that good?
I don't think it was that good. I think it had a lot to do with marketing, and he's a good rapper.
Okay.
He's a fun rapper. Like you said, striking while the iron's hot. You put in perspective of when this came out, right? This was 3 months after 9/11, where people do kind of just want to have a little fun. I remember one of the first movies that came out after 9/11 was Zoolander.
Oh shit!
And how silly that was. I remember that so vividly because I want to say that came out like the same month. It was already timed that way.
Okay.
But Zoolander was a huge hit. I think anything that came out around that time that could take your mind off something that was going on was gonna be received well.
Okay, that's valid. I like for me, like this project is, I think I want to say in my opinion, like his fourth best.
Mm.
Chicken and Beer, Back for the First Time. I put Theater of the Mind ahead of this album. And then I put this album fourth. And then after that, Luda.
What about Red Light District? I really like Red Light District.
I'm so sorry. So then I have to like rearrange it because like Red Light, you're right, Red Light District, and that album is full of hits. Damn, he was good. Yeah, he was making albums full of hits for a while.
Bro.
Yeah,
and that was like his last album with Def Jam.
Yeah. So all right. So I will put Word of Mouf fifth. And put. So I would say Chicken and Beer. Back for the First Time. Theater of the Mind. Red Light District. And then Word of Mouf fifth. And then I know he has more albums, guys. I didn't fully flesh this out, but like I think that like this is like a album where it's not bad. It's just that the singles kind of like overtake the whole project.
Right. That's fair. I think I think my favorite from him is, and I'm just gonna look real quick. I think it is Chicken and Beer. Let's just see. All right, yeah. So my favorite is Chicken and Beer as well. And then I got Back for the First Time, and then Red Light District, and then Word of Mouf, and then Theater of the Mind.
Okay.
Those are the ones that like I was still tuned in for. Everything else I kind of tailed off on. I didn't really tune in for Ludacris around the release therapy. I was kind of checking out at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I also wrote down the album's strengths and his weaknesses. So I want to start trying to do that to help, right? So the album strengths, obviously hit records, Ludacris's charisma, the variety of production and how good it was and how it kind of like worked. The album does have replay value, and the fact that like that year, like he was on TV so much, it kind of was like embedded in my brain, right? But the album's weaknesses are that the album's not cohesive. It's not like a album where like he had like something to say. Like it literally was just like he had a lot to say, but it wasn't like in one direction, right? And the album leaned heavily on singles, which goes back to it not being cohesive. And then it just doesn't have a central theme. And for me, for albums, that's important.
It's very important. I agree. And now that I think about it, I don't think that was ever one of Luda's strong suits. I don't think he ever was a cohesive album person. I think
until we got Theater of the Mind and then Ludaversal. Like he tried, like he I think he heard people talking and then he was like, all right, so I'm gonna do this, but it was kind of too little too late.
Yeah, because you already cemented where you stand in your like with what you give up, what you put out there.
Right.
Because it's not until like what is this? Your sixth album that you decided to get serious.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna be dead ass now. After giving us songs like Number One Spot.
Yeah.
Where you're fucking
Austin Powers.
So. Yeah, it was just too little too late at that time. But yeah, I don't think he was ever a concept guy, and he relied on his name being Ludacris to do some ridiculous oddball shit, and it was a strength. But then that was a duality of him though, because he'd do ridiculous shit and then hop on a song with like a legend that's like known for rapping and like really rap and then take his ass and do some other shit. But that's what Busta Rhymes used to do too. Because Busta Rhymes would be silly and he'd have that persona, but then he'd hop on a song and be featured and kill it. And then
I remember when they was all like dissing Ja Rule and he was talking shit. I was like, why is Busta Rhymes talking like this?
Yeah. Hey, yo, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
What the fuck you come involved with me for? I was like, damn, why is he?
Yeah.
He's so serious, Busta.
Yeah, but it's like he grew.
Yeah.
Like the Hulk or some shit.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, all right. You want to get to these ratings?
Yeah, I give it 3.5 waffles.
Okay. I'm comfortable with a 3 on this. I didn't like this album as much as I did the first time. Back then, I was a really big Ludacris fan. I think this album has a lot of the elements that you would like about Luda from the early 2000s. He went on to just do it better. I think Chicken and Beer is like a fine showcase of like the kind of rapper that he was in the 2000s. You had Silly, you had Introspective with like songs like Diamond in the Back, which is my shit. But then you have songs made for the radio in not a silly way, like Splash Waterfalls. Like he did things a little better with that album. But also did like have his silly elements because he knows that that's what carried him up into that point. But yeah, I think his most Atlanta sounding album is Back for the First Time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it has the elements. It's fun and there's big records on there too. And it's his most hood album. Ludacris has, I mean, I just don't think generally he gets enough credit for how long he was able to stick around and do what he did.
He's not celebrated enough.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, like, would things have been different if he beat Eminem for that Grammy that year?
Oh, for sure.
What? And yeah, like, you know, because like I think that Grammy would have helped Ludacris's career way more than it helped Eminem's. I don't think that Grammy did anything for Eminem's career. Eminem was already like out of here. I don't know how the voting went with that one, but I like looking back, I wish that he won the Grammy just off the strength of that.
But at the same time, but I'm not mad at him winning over.
I mean, Eminem Show was a better album. Yeah,
Eminem Show was just crazy.
Yeah,
I wonder if Nellyville was nominated with that because Nellyville came out around the same time. Looking that up. Yeah, because Nellyville came out because I remember buying both of them at the same time. I bought Nellyville and the Eminem Show.
Okay,
but yeah, I'm curious how that would have went too. But Eminem, if you were nominated back then with Eminem, it was just a dead giveaway. There was just no way you was about to beat Eminem in that time. But yeah, that's our rating. I do want to encourage people to check out Ludacris, Word of Mouf. Let us know what you think. He's more than just I don't even remember his name. Do you know his name on Fast and Furious? What's his name on it?
Tej.
Yeah. That's crazy. All these years and all these movies, and I still didn't know that nigga name off the top of my head. So I'm happy that he's in the movies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man. I'm happy that he's. Hold that thought. I'm genuinely trying to find this shit. Let's see, R&B. We getting a rap. Best rap solo performance, duo, collaboration, best rap album. So it was the Eminem Show, Word of Mouf, Mystical's Tarantula, Nelly's Nellyville, and Petey Pablo's Diary of a Sinner. Wow.
I knew it.
That's
had to be nominated.
Wow. That lineup is just funny as hell to me.
Yeah, there's just no way that he was gonna win over Eminem.
Yeah, that's a funny ass. Wow, that's a funny ass lineup to me. If you ask me, like, what?
Yeah, there's no way. But yeah, man, like I said, I encourage all of you guys to check it out and let us know what you think. I'm First Class Regg,
and I'm Taurian B.
And we're out of here.
We'll catch you guys next time. Dun dun.